So, the grand finale, always the same, always full of emotion. The run along the beach. Liaison of 36 kilometres to get to that point. 16, a little loop dash. Destination Lac Rose before they come home. It is done with. Dakar 2007 has its kings and queens of the desert. Today, the parade along the sands of Dakar. Job almost done for another year. Now, occasionally in life, there are moments of sheer relief and happiness, magnified following times of real struggle. And so it was today when the bikers gathered for their group photograph. Just can't believe I'm here, he says. Fabulous spirit here. Can't believe it. And so they got together. They couldn't quite believe what they'd achieved. It's always like this on the Dakar beach. 245 riders started this race. 133 made it to the finish. In centre of attention, perhaps, Cyril Desprez, the champion. Marvellous. They sent them away, dozen by dozen. The slowest went off first, leaving the quickest to take their time, take in the atmosphere, breathe the ocean air, and just realise what they'd managed to do. Tremendous spirit, fabulous scenes, always the same. Great way to end. Mike Hughes amongst the first to go off. Steve Malone with him, and Paul Broom. The three British bikers that did make it home. Everyone else, well, some were taking it easy, some were going hell for leather, and Steve Malone was one of those. Finished 38th on the stage, would you believe? And others, well, they just got lost. We never thought you could get lost on the run to the Lac Rose, but a lot of spectators had turned up. There were some parallel tracks, and it foxed a few. Well, typical of Steve Malone to put his tongue out and just go for it while everyone else was busy just taking in the atmosphere. Steve finished 106th behind the lead Brit home on the bikes. Paul Broom finished 101st. Mike Hughes ended this rally 125th. So the Blatt down the beach. Always a pleasure. Slightly rock and roll. Josef Makacek on his quad. Still gunning and still looking very, very good. They're the destination. That's what they've all dreamt about. Been stuck in the desert for far too long. It was party time. The crowds were out to see them go. Well, the flags were waving, but they were cheering. Cyril Desprez, what a rally he'd had. And the rest, well, they all played their very special part. Desprez mic'd up, camered up just for you. He has been a lot on this rally, and he's appreciated the attention, and boy oh boy did he appreciate this win. Second time in 3 years he's been victorious. First time at a tinge of regret because of the death of Fabrizio Mioni. This time though, it all belonged to him. Cyril Desprez taking it ahead of Castilla and Blaise. Oliver Setter just off the podium in 4th place ahead of Rodrigue and Vintus the elder. Look at that. Finally the smile broke. Great to see. David Castilla and Chris Blaise next to him. Oh, he's Basque. What about that? So the raw emotions giving away to smiles, and there'll be celebrations tonight for Cyril Desprez. David Castilla, French 1-2, with Chris Blaise making it in 3rd place ahead of Paul Anders Oliver Setter. Yanis Vintas, well, he won today's stage just to underline his drive. Cyril Desprez says, I've got a little diary, I write things that can happen, all my thoughts and things that are actually happening on the track and on the bike. And I would be able to write hundreds of pages for every Dakar. Take this year, he said, I struggled, I had some luck, I had bad luck as well. It was a crazy Dakar, so it was a real Dakar for me. It had everything. David Castillo said, it's just an experience, a very emotional moment this morning when we gathered on the beach. As I arrived, all the amateur riders gave me an ovation, he says. Really touched my heart. You know, I make them dream because I am a former amateur and their dreams can come true, and they see that with me. I'm a professional rider now, and today to take my step on the podium here in second place, it's just amazing, extraordinary.
We had a great team, everything worked out perfect this year, and you know, it was just me as the only American and on the KTM team, and it was a little bit of pressure at first, and I just relaxed and just let things be. And I mean, we had a great time, enjoyed everything, and you know, got more friends again too.
Angel Rodrigue, who led early on and did so well, finishing behind all of us at the privateer, said, I'm so happy to be here. Finished 5th overall and first in my category, and I can say that I've achieved my goals. Nothing bad has happened to me, he says. I can't quite believe it. Sub 550 class, he was on a Yamaha 450, of course, and he rode it in. Rode it in style. Rodrigue then, 2 stage wins, best 450 out there. 5th overall. What about the best rookie as well, though? Fabien Planet, 11th overall. Tremendous. What an effort by the number 19.
Alors là, c'est un fédéral encore, c'est Fabien, champion de France d'enduro qui plus est.
Fabien Planet, tremendous achievement for the young lad. And what about Ludovine P? Broke a pelvis last year, clearly young enough to heal quickly. She came back, 44th overall, and the best of the women's class. Amazing. And she'll be back on the beat in Italy, so if you get pulled over for speeding, and she looks like this, you'll know who it is. And what about Maciszek on the quad? Number 260, 5 hours clear almost. Boy, oh boy, did he dominate that class. Tremendous.